say, well, I sure wouldn't want to follow that. But you know what? I don't mind following the Spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
I would much rather follow that than a meeting when it seems like everything's struggling.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know what the case will be with me this morning. But I hope for whatever time that I stand up before you that I would let God come in and use me just a little bit. And brother asked me on my way back just a little bit ago, he said, "Are you going to preach today?" And I said, "Yeah." And about 2 steps down, getting away from him, I thought, well, I'm going to stand anyways. And I hope that maybe I could preach a little bit. The nature, it's weak this morning. The flesh, it's weak. But the spirit, it is willing this morning. It is hungry, and I hope it seemed like that preaching has already been done so well. And I would hope that I don't take away anything, but that I could add to it just a little bit. And it seemed like, Brother Elisha, that a lot of what you had to preach on, it seemed like it was lining up just with everything that was burning on my heart. And hope that maybe that I could add to it. You know, this week, about middle of the week, I was talking to a couple of gentlemen, and we were just sitting and we were all talking about just this and that, and I don't even know how it came up, but one of them, he began to tell us how he went to Ohio one time, that said there was a little haunted house, and said how he began to tell us how him and his friends went, and he just began to tell us how that he experienced a ghost and how it changed him and everything. And I just began to laugh a little bit, and I began to poke fun at him a little bit. Not even trying to preach this a ghost or not, but just telling you our little conversation. But I just began to make a little joke, and it seemed like that right after that he began to tell us, he began to go straight into Nostradamus, and he began to tell me about the predictions. And he began to tell me about all these things that had come to pass, that this man had got up and began to predict thousands of years ago. And brother, he began to tell me, and again, on my big mouth, sometimes I don't ever shut up, and I just made a little joke or two, and I just sat there, and brother, and as I began to make a little joke, I seen him get a little fired up, and he began to get a little bit louder, telling me, "You don't understand, you haven't experienced these things. I'm telling you, this man, he did all these things," and he began to get a little loud, and I sat there on the bed of my truck, and I looked at him, and I said, "I see you getting a little excited about what you're speaking about." I said, "I wish that you had as much confidence in this man named Jesus Christ as you do this other man. Do you not understand that one way or another you are serving this world, or you're serving God? Guess what? Twisted every which way you want to. Guess what? I looked at him and I said, "Does it not take a little faith to believe these things? You just told me that he didn't quote it just right, but you're saying that he relates it to these things. Are you not stepping out on a little faith?" Brother, in one time there was a great amount of prophets serving Baal, and there was one man named Elijah, brother, and he went to the kingdom that time, and he told him, he said, 450 prophets, and you have serving Baal. Call all the town together, call a great meeting, and we're going to hash it out right here. Brother, and those men, they all gathered together.
Yeah.
Brother, I love the boldness of Elijah at that time. Brother, and he stood. He said, "Let God be God today." He said, "I'm going to bring my Lord and you bring yours, and we're going to see who will speak."
That's right.
And brother, and he said, "We're going to each take a little bull. We're going to take it. We're going to cut it up for you come and we're going to let God out of heaven send down fire for this sacrifice. And brother, he let those men go first, and they prepared it, and they began to cry out unto their God. Brother, and he stood up strong and he said, boys, I think you need to speak a little louder. Your God, he must be talking or something. He can't even hear you. Is he going away on a journey or something? Or is he sleeping? He said, those men begin to cut one of themselves. So they begin to bleed and they begin to cry.
Yeah.
With everything in them.
Yeah.
What a show
Yeah.
it must have been.
Yeah. That's right.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We just sometimes will get 250 in this church. Can we think, have you seen so many? 450 men begin to cry and they begin to weep and they begin to scream, crying unto Baal. And nothing happened when it was time. When it was time for the sacrifice, there was nothing. Brother and Elisha came and he began. Elijah, he began to come and he began to prepare his.
Yeah.
He began to prepare his. He laid it, he cut it, and he laid it there. And he told them, you take you 4 full barrels of water.
Yeah.
He said, and take and you pour upon my sacrifice.
Yeah.
And they did that very thing. And he took and he said, do it again. Brother, and they took 4 more and they put it upon there. And he said, do it one more time, brother. And then they took 12 barrels of water. Said it probably made a little moat around it. There was so much water pouring everywhere.
Yeah.
And it said that he began to get down and he began to cry to his God. He began to cry to his Lord. And it said, God sent fire, brother, and he consumed it. And right there, he said, now let none of these men live, brother. And they took those prophets and they slayed them right there. I do have a question, just like Elisha was preaching, but mine's just a little different. How confident are you that you're serving the right way today? Guess what? That's what I want you to ask yourself. I'm not asking you. I'm brother to say it in front of me. You go home tonight and lay upon your pillow and ask yourself how confident. Brother, and I looked at those 2 men and I said, surely you're getting excited, but I'm confident that if I die today, I'm going on to heaven. Where's that man taking you? Brother, and where are you going to go today? Ask your questions all around God, and guess what? You'll stay all around God. But ask yourself, is there a God? Will he hear me? And guess what? You may find your answer.
Yeah.
When I asked that, I found out.
Yeah.
I danced all around it too.
Yeah.
I looked at everything the world had to offer. I began to take it in. I began to try to work everything I could right around it to suit my life.
Yep.
Elijah, he slayed all those men, and the queen, she found out.
Yep.
Said, today I will take your life.
Yep.
That man, he fled unto the hills.
Yep.
Fled and was all alone. How many times do we know? I know that God's there. Feel him all the time. But yet I still sometimes, Brother Chad, I'll still try to go and I'll live my life. I'll go to work every day and I have God with me, but sometimes I don't have him enough with me. And it's not God's fault. But I leave him just maybe on the side, because guess what? I'm busy, Lord. I'm too busy. When I have time, I'll get down and I'll pray. I think we're all a little bit, we all do those little things, but guess what? Elijah, he got down and out thinking, Lord, I've done your will, and here I am sitting in a little cave alone. Here I am all by myself one more time. Where are you? Brother, and sometimes we just need to seek him a little harder. We need to look a little bit more, and guess what, my Lord? He never falls short for me. And brother, it's like you were preaching, just lying right up along the whole time. I know that, Brother Nate, sometimes you beat yourself up and you think, oh, well, I didn't quite do enough today, brother, and you don't know the strength you are. Guess what? I have family sitting all around here, and I know if I don't show up to church, I'm going to get about 20 phone calls, and guess what? The Lord, He strengthened me through that. But guess what? You don't have other family, and every time I show up at church, brother, and I see you sitting right there, and I think, there's some strength right there. Brother Madison, your little prayer, I know you thought you struggled, but I thought it was awful pretty last night, watching you hit your knees and not ashamed to raise your voice and shout for the Lord and say, I love you more than anything. Guess what? Sometimes we don't quite know. Guess what? Brother Eddie, when the doctor said it's 50-50 whether he'll live, guess what? You know what I witnessed? I watched your son who all the time beats himself up saying, I'm weak, I'm not strong enough. I watched him in a little hospital chapel filled with all of us having church begin to preach about Joseph and said through all of his trials and troubles, yet God was still with him. Brother, and I witnessed your son preaching those words, and I felt the Spirit move. And guess what? That is real today. I'm confident in my Lord. He's all over my life.
Yeah, He is. He's all over.
That's what this world doesn't understand. It's not by accident. It's not by coincidence. Life's tough. It's full of struggles. And I'm going to do my best to love the Lord all the way through. I'm going to do my best to hold on to Him and say, Lord, I don't have the answers of why things happen the way they do. But I know that you know exactly why all things happen. And I'm going to hold on to you. I know that when I was 16, or when I was about 18, and I finally begin to look to the Lord just a little bit, out the streets just outside of Detroit, I remember looking up at the sky, at the night sky, and saying, Lord, if you're there, God, if you are God, let me know that you're there with me. And sissy, guess what? Right there, a little sinner, I felt the presence of God, just to let him know, Mike, I've always been right there. Those things, they mean something to me. I watched Sister Lisa's mother struggle on her deathbed, wouldn't go on home, and a little nurse came in and said, just let her know it's okay to go on home. Brother, and then we gathered around a little hospital bed. Brother, and then we began to hold hands a little bit. And Brother Joey began to sing, a bright morning star arising. Brother, and I watched a sister laying on this earth, float on up to heaven. Brother, never experienced anything like that. Brother, and I'm confident today that my God is real. But how confident are you that you're going the right way?
Yeah, don't you want to come and go? Yeah. Don't you want to go?
I love the Lord with everything that's in me. I fall short just like old Elisha, just like all of them. But when I get in the right way, there's no better place, there's no better teaching than I would rather have my children watch me, Brother Chad, than right here.
Yeah.
Watch the Spirit take a brother or sister away. Not just see, brother, and I want to see them witness the Spirit carrying off a sister, shouting on praises unto God, brother, and those things, they make a big impact, brother, and they make a difference today. You want to come and speak a few words? God has been so good to me. I believe that the preaching done today, if men and women would take heed. Fight it all you want. Tiptoe around it all you want. You can look to all these things. But all we're asking, guess what? My whole family, most of them, they were all in the church, and guess what? They couldn't get me saved. They couldn't make me. It wasn't by even watching them. It was wasn't by their traditions that I said I need that. Exactly, it wasn't something. Guess what it's like Brother Elisha said? It's better tasted than ever told today. And until you seek it with everything that's in you, until you look to God and seek Him out, that's the only true way I believe you're going to understand me fully. That's going to understand what makes the brothers get up and shout, what makes the sisters begin to shout. That's when you're going to truly understand. I'm going to get out of the way.